Ben Harvey, the manager of Everton, in his second season, would dearly love to lift a major trophy, which would be his first after succeeding Howard Kendall. And he is taking the Duke down the line of players, while the captain, Kevin Ratcliffe, is introducing his players to the Duchess. A word there for Kevin Sheedy, who's passed a fitness test, as indeed is the man next to him, Pat Vanden Hauwe. We'll give you a final check on the teams in just a moment. That's Pat Nevin, the will-o'-the-wisp winger. Graham Sharp, who some people believe could be highly influential. Tony Cottee, the £2 million man there, who's got a bit to prove. Paul Bracewell made a marvellous recovery from injury in the last 2 or 3 years. And the two substitutes, Ian Wilson and Stuart McCall, who got the vote over Wayne Clark. Now those Everton supporters look as though they're going to be out-shouted unless they're careful, for fairly obvious reasons which you can hear in the background. Ronnie Whelan is the captain of Liverpool this season. It remains that way in spite of Alan Hansen's return to the side. And Kenny Dalglish, who played himself in the last All-Merseyside FA Cup final 3 years ago, now takes His Royal Highness down the line. Steve McMahon, an important figure in the midfield today, no doubt. John Barnes, perhaps due a really good cup final here, after 2 disappointing days with Watford and then with Liverpool. There's Alan Hansen. It's a bonus for him to be back, really, after his injury problems. Steve Staunton, the youngest player in the cup final at 20. Gary Ablett next to him. Then Steve Nicol, the Football Writers' Player of the Year. And Bruce Grobbelaar, quite a personality. Referee Joe Worrell, who comes from Warrington, a mere 25 miles from Goodison Park and Anfield, and he has refereed 2 derbies before, one of them earlier this season, in fact, which was a 1-1 draw. And linesmen who I mentioned, Peck and Smith, and referee, the 4th official, Jeff Winter from Middlesbrough. See Graham Kelly, the FA secretary, out there as well, making his way down the line at the back. And I was interested in his comments about away supporters and the possible monitoring of them as a way of solving the problems we're all aware of yesterday. A restrained and dignified figure, Graham, in his first year as the FA chief executive, had a lot to endure.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
And what happens now will speak for itself.
Will you kindly stand in company with their Royal Highnesses for a 1-minute silence in memory of the victims of the Hillsborough disaster? Magnificent. Thank you very much.